What's good, guys? It's Franalations here with another YouTube video for you guys. Today I got something pretty special. These are the original 4 sealed Pokemon TCG booster boxes. I've had most of these in my collection since they first released. Some of them I went back a few years ago and added to the collection. I've shown them a few times here on YouTube, but the reason why I'm doing one last video on them and talking about them a little bit more in depth is because today I've decided to list them on eBay. So I'll explain my reasons why and everything like that. I'm going to start off by saying I've been a collector of Pokemon literally since before it came out in the US. There was a promotional video given at the Earth 3 Toys R Us explaining a little bit about the show and the card game and the video games and all this. It was basically a 15-minute commercial. That's what it comes down to, previewing the product about 3 months or so before it came out. And already around this time, there's already kids in my school that were playing with the Japanese cards. So, yeah, I've been into the video games and the card games literally since release date. And so when base set first came out, I was going to a place near me called Franalations, and very often I was buying sealed booster boxes that were first edition. And then one week, none of the booths had any more first editions. I was told that they were out of print. And so it was at that moment I realized at some point this box would be out of print as well. So I went ahead and purchased it. Little did I know that the very first run of the what's called unlimited boxes had green wings instead of blue wings. So sure enough, this one specifically was out of print very quickly. I want to say the print span was something like 3 weeks. And the first edition print span was something like 2 to 3 months. So in all actuality, this is technically a more limited box than the first edition boxes were. And so all the other unlisted or unlimited boxes after that had a much more zoomed out picture of Charizard with blue wings. It was more of the anime rather than the exact drawing of the card. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the angles of this box. First off, you got all the energy cards. Another thing to note is these first sets were printed by Wizards of the Coast. That is no longer the case. They are printed by Nintendo and Pokemon Company now. So you got a Venusaur with the Gotta Catch 'Em All on the front. Trading card game, expert level. Blastoise right there. The back has a little description, and then the bottom is nothing too special in particular. Right, let me go ahead and set that down. Moving on to Jungle. So yeah, this box I did purchase at that time, like I said, when it first released, and I actually hid it from myself. It was under my sink for 15-ish years, something to that effect. And when I moved to my apartment 3 years back, I actually found it when I was packing up my stuff, and I had forgot, and I literally ran around the house screaming and like laughing and stuff that it actually worked. I hid it from myself. I completely forgot about it, and you know, turned that $60 investment into now something that's worth thousands of dollars. That's part of the reason why I am currently selling it. Is when I did buy it, it was an investment. You know, I'm a collector, and I am happy to have owned this piece for so long. However, you know, I bought that extra box with the intent to sell it at some point, and I think now is that time. Moving right along to Jungle. Around that time, that's when I got back into the card game. The excitement from finding that box got me intrigued to start playing the card game again, and so on. And I've been pretty consistently collecting ever since then. I haven't been playing as much of the card game as I would like to, but at that time I went back and looked to complete this set. And I think I found this on eBay at that time for around $300. Nowadays, this box is going for $2,000-ish, $2,000 or more at this point in time. So, again, I bought it with the intention of selling it, and I'm pretty happy with the returns that it should be able to fetch me. So, let's take a look at the box. First edition stamp on there. Again, all the energies. You got the Pokeball and some jungle leaves around. Scyther with the Gotta Catch 'Em All. The first edition stamp as well as the jungle stamp and logo. Vileplume with the Pokemon logo. Again, you see the Wizards of the Coast. Wizards.com/Pokemon, which I'm assuming is not a site nor has been for quite some time. A Wigglytuff. And again, more description of the set. And usually nothing below on the box. Next up, This is another one that I actually have had since I was a kid as well. I placed it under the sink beside this box. At the time, the Jungle set, you know, when it released, not too popular. It was a smaller set, had 60 cards compared to the, I think, 102 and 80 or so in this set. So I didn't actually set it aside because I, at the time, didn't believe it would be as, you know, worthwhile, you know. But I was also a kid, so that was a poor choice. But anyways, it is what it is. I went back and got it, as I said. This one I have had. This one they added a little bit more crazy detailing to the packaging, which was very cool. You got the Danger printed on top. Pokemon, you got your Aerodactyl. This is the first edition limited printing on there. First edition stamp. It's got a cool little, you know, like rip graphic right there. Kabutops coming out there. Danger again with the first edition stamp. Fossil, expert level, trading card game. Lapras sticking out the side. There's some slight creasing damage to this box here. Nothing too crazy. It is still sealed. Zapdos over here, and again you see a little crease dent right there. Moving right along to Team Rocket. Now this one I also went back on eBay at that same time to finish up this set. I want to say I paid a bit more for this one, maybe like 500, something like that. So if I were to guess the total investment, we're looking at around, let's say 800 right here, and let's say just roughly, we'll just say like 200, which I don't believe it's 200. I want to say it's more like 150, but just to overestimate. So about $1,000 investment in total on these 4 boxes, and none of them are selling for less than $2,000 a piece at this point in time. So that's why I'm selling them, and you know, can pass them on to someone who can, you know, cherish them in their collection. So you got the Pokemon logo, trading card game, a Pokeball. You got your gold bat right there. Got to catch them all, Team Rocket. It's hard to see it, but there is a first edition stamp on that right corner right there. You can kind of make it out. It's black on black, so it's kind of hard to see. Team Rocket, you got Jesse right there holding an Ultra Ball. Team Rocket, you got a bunch of very cool Pokemon, Gyarados, Electrode, Slowbro, and Charizard. And I actually didn't notice that Golbat at first. wizardsofthecoast.com/Pokemon. And then more descriptions and stuff. So that's them. For any like Pokemon collector, 4 Grail pieces. I would say some other boxes that are very valuable for anyone who has curiosity on this. Aquapolis, which was one of, if not the last set that Wizards of the Coast posted. And you got to remember too, at that point, the production numbers were lower because this was in the height of the Pokemon fandom. So there was a lot of these printed, you know, overall, not the first editions or whatever, but overall, because they were in print for 2 years, you know, just churning them out. With Aquapolis and stuff like that, the prints were a lot smaller gap of time because there was a less fan base at that time, so it wasn't selling as much, so less went into production. So that's what makes that a very rare one. I think those go for about 3,500 to around 5,000-ish, something like that. Don't exactly quote me, but that gives you an idea. And the other one I want to say was called Pokemon Legends or Legacy or something like that. It was basically a reprinting of these 4 sets all combined, and they had a lot of the most popular cards, and in every pack you had a reverse holo. So that was the only way to get reverse holos of a lot of these original cards, and that again is another $3,000 to $5,000 box. So those ones are, in a lot of cases, even more valuable than these, even though they are more current. They were printed in the early 2000s, whereas these were printed in the late 90s. Yeah, they're just harder to come by, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see. I will definitely update you on if they sell. I do have an eBay listing for them if you want to check it out. Again, they are not priced low, so if you don't know, you know, the information behind these collector's pieces, you might not understand the value, but it is what it is. They're now posted on eBay. We'll see if they sell. Again, I'll keep you guys updated. Hope you guys enjoyed this description of 4 pieces in my collection that I am very happy that for this amount of time I was able to own. So anyways, passing them on to a collector who wants them as much as I've wanted them for the past few years and can enjoy them as much as I have. Thanks as always for watching, guys. Until later, this is Franalations. Quick update. Since filming the first half of this video, I've already listed the boxes on eBay, and I've already gotten offers for $5,000 and over. Still not the price that I was looking for, but just crazy to see within minutes of me posting it, the offers were already coming in. So very cool. They're listed now. As said before, link in the description, so definitely check them out. And thanks, guys.